Right, I don't think everybody's going to be watching, but due for a live stream anyway, so let's do this. I was at a pop-up event yesterday at Arts and Marks Garage, and I offered to draw or sketch characters from the Wandering Inn, and I got a couple, and I'm just going to kind of keep going throughout that, keep going with the list that I got today. Turn the branding off here. So these are some of the ones I did yesterday. Editor Steelfur, Pawn, a little high, sorry. Steelfur, Pawn, Queen Mark Wind, Mirrors of Storgon, Nears, and Bad Arrow. So those are the ones I did yesterday. Today, we'll see how far I can get, but I've got the Nislia, the Beast Empress, Kilkovich, Pisces, Lady Magnolia, Rabbit Ear, Howrock, Witch Eloise, and Hawk. I don't know if I get through all of these. I mean, I'm staying fairly small. These are 5x7 sheets, and I'm going to be in sketch mode, so hopefully it won't be too hard. But we'll start off. Again, I'm just doing these in the order I got them. Now, some of them, I don't really remember Nislia that well. So I'm using the Wandering Inn page to look up descriptions for some of the characters, and I'll do my interpretation based off of that. Unfortunately, there's not a lot on her other than she wears brightly colored clothes, a headband with feathers tucked in. On the younger side, really not a lot of description, but I'm going to kind of base the design on with some like Egyptian aesthetics, kind of a desert culture, Takur, and the Beastmasters. And I'm thinking, the Egyptians had a lot of like animal totems, with the ravens and the hyenas and stuff like that. So I thought that would be a halfway decent corollary to go with. So, with that in mind, again, looking at the descriptions, you wore a colorful headband with feathers, on a mask of carved elephant bone. I don't think I'm going to put the mask on her. Maybe I can put it on the ground next to her. And she wielded a javelin. A lot of bravado, capable leader, cunning, having to manage secretly, learning the basics of golem crafting while skimming materials from Nuthin's workshop. So there's not a lot to go on as far as that. But we'll start with a pose. We'll kind of put her in a crouch, kind of a cat, to make the head look bigger. Okay. With that. She's supposed to be on the younger side. I'm not going to make her like super busty. That might be a bit much. And even though I'm not going to put her in the elephant mask, I think maybe we can have her holding on to the javelin. And we go there. We'll inverse kinematics here to figure out where the arm would be. Okay, something like that. was a little big there. Let's thin that down a little. The knees a bit more prominent with the bend. Okay. And now the description says you bright colored clothes. Doesn't sound like you wore a lot of it though. So let's see. And we'll put the head down. Headband. Figure out how I want to do. Now the feathers are supposed to give different powers. I should pluck some, and I can use them for some magical purposes. So let's do like varying types of feathers, I think. So we can do some small ones and some maybe some fat ones. We'll have them. It's kind of a crown type thing. We'll do the feathers when we actually color them in. We'll make a bunch of different types. Maybe we show that there's some hanging around the back too. Okay. And I don't have a lot as far as hair. As far as description, in fact, I don't think I have anything describing her hair. Crown, war, no, lost bravado. Let's state. So I guess I can kind of make her hair whatever I want. We'll go with something straighter, I think. And then bright colored clothes, but not a lot from the sound of it. And give her a lean build. Scale the press down a little more. I don't like drawing feet, but we'll have to give her some feet, right? What? I'm not getting a feel for this. I think because this has actually got to be, even though the knee is forward like this, I think the legs got to be going toward the back as well. So like this one, this leg is obviously tucked underneath her, but I think this leg's got to be going toward the back as well. So we got the knee. So let's bring the shin this way. so it doesn't look like it's we can, it's going to flatten out. I think that pose looks more natural. In this foot, we really won't see much of anything because it's tucked behind her. We might see like the big toe. Although it's going to be mostly in shadow, so like that. Okay, and then this is a javelin. So let's take a quick look up at javelins and make sure that I understand what a javelin is. It's basically a long stick with a pointy end, right? So what's the difference between a javelin and a spear? Piece of cardboard just for a straight edge. You know, so you can see the difference between a javelin and a spear. So it's fine. Feeling that hand though. Let's see if we can do something about that. Let's maybe put her in like a wrap. Make it brightly colored because they said she wore bright colored clothes. So the description is a little confusing because it says she didn't wear much but brightly colored clothes. I don't know if that means she doesn't wear much clothes or she doesn't wear anything except for brightly colored clothes. But I'm gonna go ahead and do something like that. Give her wrap there. And we'll give her some not going to give her shoes per se. We'll just give her wrap material around her legs. And I don't know why, but I feel like giving her some bracelets. Okay. And then maybe, I can't remember what the Egyptians call the collar. It's not really a necklace. It's like a whole collar thing. I'll give her something like that. And you can see the stuff going up on her neck. So that's the rough. Okay. So we'll take here and frame the face with the hair. And I think this pen is dying on me. Pen and grab another and see if it works. Make sure what color her hair is supposed to be. We're going to go with a dark color, I think. A brown or black. So we're just going to make a couple different feather types. Some with some banding at the top. So the different feathers imbue different magical abilities, so we want different types of feathers. It's got some random details in there to make like she got a belt or something. Hey, rooster sounding reveille. Well, can't do anything about the neighborhood, Joe. Thank you for stopping by. Just sketching characters from a fantasy RPG book series called The Wandering Inn. Been listening to a lot of audiobooks lately, and The Wandering Inn was a series I picked up that I liked because it had a lot of hours to fill. But even then, I'm all caught up now, so now I gotta wait for more books to come out. Yeah, I listen to a lot of audiobooks, Joseph. So The Wandering Inn, like one of the books in the series was like 70 hours long. So, and it's well done. There's the narrator / voice actor performer is Andrea Parsnow. I think I'm saying that right. And she's so good that now I look for books that she's narrating or performing. I think performing is probably a better way to say it, because it's really not just straight narration. She does all the voices and stuff for the stories. Andrea Parsnow. Brightly colored attire. What should that be? Yeah, do I need to record? Probably not. Record. Look at the reference for this helmet again, this mask that she wears, and we put it on the ground next to her. Here's Tusk. Is the heirloom I'm trying to buy. Okay, this is Takir's Tusk. It's the javelin. Okay. On the mask of a carved elephant bone and revealed it a javelin. A mask of carved elephant bone. So the mask could be anything if it's just carved bone. It's one thing I don't understand sometimes. Let's see. Maybe we'll just put the hint of the mask on her. She's carrying the mask. Yeah. No one will know what this is when they're looking at it. When they're looking at this drawing. But I'll know. I will know. A little detail. That is the mask that she wears when she's fighting. Yeah, it does have that look. I was actually trying to go for Egyptian in the clothing style, but then you put this headband on and it starts looking like Aztec and Mayan, so I get it. Colorful clothes. Just start breaking out some colors. See, you have a red for some stuff. Maybe like that. And then maybe yellow. Some sort of green. Pink or purple. Just picking up colors at random. It just says brightly colored. Brightly colored, which gives me a lot of room to play with, I think. Let's see. headdress necklace thing should be mostly gold. And then the feathers can be whatever we feel like making them. Let's grab a couple. Let's grab a couple that works. Color should I make the wraps on her legs? Let's go with the red. And grab a gray for her hair. I kind of like this for some of the tufts at the bottom of the feathers. And then it doesn't say what ethnicity she is, but we're going to grab one second. Grab this color here. We'll do a couple layers, I think, to give her some tone, some melanin. I'm actually pulling ink that I didn't mean to, but we'll make it work. Try to blend it in. I'm not trying to make these super refined drawings, more sketches. So I like the tone of this brush, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to use. You have to like go over spots multiple times to get the tone in there. What is this? This is a Kuretake. It's a manga brush band, I think. I just picked it up to try it out. And I like the tone, but like I said, you can see it takes a bit to get coverage. But you can layer it too, so that's nice. Hey Joe, did you watch the new Roadhouse movie? Just finished that earlier today. Actually, I kind of enjoyed it. Jake Gyllenhaal instead of the guy from Ghost. What's his name? Patrick Swayze. He was the Roadhouse guy, right? It's the bad guy is it Conor McGregor, I think. It's a UFC guy, I'm pretty sure, right? Conor McGregor. I don't really watch UFC, so the name sounds familiar though. He looks familiar. There's that. Depth. Do some shading. This whole bare midriff area is going to be pretty dark, as is the underleg. Color in the feathers, I think. Maybe a parrot feather, like a green. And some more earthy colors, like a brown. Kind of like that white in there, kind of like that. And this is just like a peach color, just for something different. Brightly colored clothes. You're gonna need something to shade this. Call that former MMA champ. That's Conor McGregor. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he's in it. He says, so this is. We'll do a scan later. Her name is Nisia Oliphant. So that's Nisia Oliphant. All right, so the next one is Kilkovich. Don't even make me try to pronounce his name. The Antinium in this series all have like really rough names to pronounce because there's lots of consonants and little of any vowels. Okay, here's my search. So Kilkich is Klbkch, Kilkich. All right, so a piece of paper. If it's not already printed on. Yeah, if you haven't watched the new Roadhouse yet, I think you might like it. Jake Gyllenhaal is definitely a better actor than Swayze was. Let's see. So, Kilkovich is Antinium, but he's only got 2 arms. Dual sword wielder. Human form with only 2 arms and a slim, graceful body, not like the workers or soldiers. That is slightly taller. His form has been shown as superior to the worker model. Alright, so we did Pawn earlier. Pawn's an Antinium also. So this is how I did Pawn. Kilkovich is an Antinium also, but he's taller, slender, more slender, and only has 2 arms. And it's a dual sword wielder. So let's take this form, elongate it, maybe make it more streamlined. I don't know. What's the right word there? He's still got the ant features. And it's weird, like when you look at ant antennae, most people think of antennae be like on the back of the head. The ant antennae are on the front of the head. So if we're trying to make a creature that is based off of ants, we should keep the antennae farther forward. So if we're thinking that this is basically the same species but a different body form, we can give him a longer neck maybe. And we'll treat the body form instead of, like, this one's pretty slender because they said the abdomens are pretty big on the Antinium. We'll treat this one more like an athlete and give him kind of a V shape. More slender. Oh no, the Gyllenhaal's definitely better than Swayze. And the fighting is probably better. I mean, Swayze was a dancer. Jake Gyllenhaal actually went and learned MMA. So some of the camera work is pretty rough though. Kilkovich, we're going to treat as more humanoid. More slender, more graceful. We'll give them some of the ant-like features, though. And then, since Kilkovich is a senior guardsman, we can give him some gear, maybe. Whereas most of the Antinium don't really have anything. So I'm taking the same concept that I used for Pawn, and I'm just kind of stretching it out and making it a little more sleek. And so, like, this is the same division there, but we're making it follow more like a human rib cage. And then we'll do the abdominal section. We're basically treating Kilkovich like a slender, athletic human. Although he's still got segmented body parts. So I had this extra joint in there for Pawn. For Kilkovich, I'm going to give him a more human portion, but we'll make it still segmented. Let's see. So he will have a sword belt and scabbards. So let's see how we want to do this. We want to do the sci-fi cliche of having the swords on his back. By the way, that's one of the things that bugs me about fantasy books and games and stuff, where they put quivers and swords on the back. It's just not realistic, especially quivers. Quivers are almost invariably carried at the waist, and you carry more than one. The problem with carrying quivers on your back, you can't bend over, or else arrows will fall out of the quiver. It's kind of a irritating pet peeve when I see quivers on the backs. I mean, unless you're using the more modern quivers where the arrows are held in place by like wedges, you can't really do a quiver on the back. I don't know, more than people wanted to know. But I do think about these things when I'm drawing them. Let's see, and I'm going to give Kilkovich kind of a sash belt combination for his scabbards. And then we'll give him he's a dual wielder, so we got to have the empty scabbard on this side. And this is his, I forget what this is. Is that the thorax? The kind of ant butt? Or the thorax is the chest? Which is it? But they have like ants have like a butt. Let's see. So like I said, Kilkovich is allowed to have some actual equipment, so maybe we give him a couple pouches or something. And the Antinium really don't have a use for clothes per se. Okay. As far as the types of swords, I kind of want to lean toward giving them like katanas. We'll see how this looks. All right, still not really feeling me. Let's put a little more flow into them. Juicy butt part is the metasoma. All right. Did you look that up? Did you know that off the top of your head? Call Joe Ant-Man. All right, let's see. Now, armor has pauldrons. It doesn't have armor, but I'm going to make his shoulders have kind of a natural pauldron in them. And it kind of adds to that V shape. You see, these are the same species, right? Just more modified builds. Pawn is a worker. Kilkovich is a fighter. Going out to the side there for that scabbard. I had to look it up. Definitely can't remember anything. Well, thank you for looking up the ant butt part. Metasoma. Change the music up. Have you watched the Halo season 2? I haven't watched that yet. I hear it's better than the first season, but it's kind of a low bar, so I'm not sure if I want to go back and check it out. started back on the new season. And let me know if it's any good. I mean, I like the casting. I just that whole storyline in the first season with the girl from whose village was wiped out is like, what is the point of that? Just had trouble fathoming the whole point of that story. I should give him a badge. They don't ever mention the badges for the senior cards. I guess everybody knows Kilk. Today, 7. W4, W5, W3. Their carapace is supposed to be like a brownish black. They changed the original storyline of Halo to that first season. I was a bit pissed off, but at least this season we see more Albatross characters. Arbitros characters. I'm not. The word's not ringing a bell for me. I mean, I played the Halo games, but I'm not like super steeped in them. Just no Master Chief has his helmet off way too much. They need to do him like the Mandalorian and keep the helmet on. My personal opinion. Did he ever take the helmet off in the games? I don't think he did he? The eyes are black, but just black. Gray. Darker gray, almost black. And then we'll come in with a colored pencil and add in some facets. I think we can do that. Put this stuff back. I have a colored pencil here somewhere, right? Well, the big ass warriors with the plasma swords. Okay. Yeah, they did some of the, they call them brutes, didn't they, or something like that in the first season? But they I don't know, the CG in the first season was very CG, so the characters didn't have any weight to them, in my opinion. They looked like they were just kind of floating. It just didn't feel solid. So I hope that's better. Let's get intermediate color in here. So, this is Kill Coach. K L B K C A. Kill Coach. That's 2 down. Next is Pisces, who is a necromancer. Okay. He's human, so that should be easier. Look up. I know he wears white robes. Noble, slender. He's a fencer. Let's see. Pisces. All right, Pisces. Something big, ding. Am I hearing things? That's an email. The music stop. I'm not hearing anything anymore. Just soft. There it is. Turn it up. Okay. Pisces young man, thin, with pale skin and brown, unkempt hair. His eyes are described by Aaron as being gray and green, not like moss on a rock, more like a dance between the two colors. And then we have both, perhaps at first, and hint of orange in that distant solar phenomenon. Initially, he wore dirty gray robes, but later replaced them for clean white robes enchanted to be stainless. All right, so we're going to go with the skinny young man with unkempt hair. Okay, and white robes. All right, we'll zoom in since give me a chance to draw a little bit bigger. Skinny man. Make it a little more cartoony, I think. Give him maybe a smirk. He's always got kind of an attitude. Give him the flat eyes. Okay. Now, unkempt hair, which means basically going every which way, right? Not necessarily curly, just messy. I don't picture him with like long hair though. Let me take a look at some of the other artist interpretations of Pisces real quick and see what they've done with them. No, I'm not feeling that one. But let's see. Look at some robes for necromancers and see what we hit. I think the mouth needs to be more slanted. Okay, like that. And doesn't need to have a huge build, so you don't have to worry about a lot of muscle. Okay. Some descriptions here. Very raw, very blessed for clean white ones, enchanted to be stainless. Should give him a wand. Let's see. I guess we can give him. Let's give him a little more, a little longer hair. I don't think he has long hair, but we'll give him more. Let's see, hand with magic wand. Let's get a reference. That side view, side view. All the views are side views. Maybe I should just look like Harry Potter screen captures. There we go. Voldemort. Let's see. So we can. The wand, like so, and then figure out how to put fingers around it. Okay. Not to overthink this too much. Just my legs. Okay. I'm trying to give him this air because, like, Pisces always seems like he's just done with everything. He's like over it all. Doesn't give a shit. So I want to try and give that facial expression. He always thinks he's the smartest one in the room, so. What are all these pieces for? Just killing time, Joseph? And like I said, I listened to this audiobook series, and I just want to give the series some love. I'm, part of a group that listens to reads the books or listens to the books, and just I threw out there that I'm going to be killing some time. So, what characters would they like to see? So I just got a bunch of them, and it is good practice though, because like a lot of them I haven't seen before, so I'm just going off of like written descriptions. So it's like good practice for doing character design. Um, Try some different stuff. Well, yeah, for stuff like this, as far as going crazy fast, because I'm in sketch mode, I can go really fast when I'm in sketch mode, and I'm not trying to be precise and worried about stuff like that. That's something I spent years developing in order to do conventions. So I worked on speed for a couple years. Um, Mainly, it's just getting confident in your line work and not worrying if you make a huge mistake. You just kind of live with it and move on. That's the main thing, just confidence. Um, Kind of looks like a Jedi now, right? um, as far as like line art or the costumes and stuff, um, I'm not afraid to look at references. Like, if I want to capture a certain kind of look, I'm racing out the pencils on this one because his robe is white. So anything I color over is going to just pick up the pencil marks. So I don't want to do that. Grab like a C4. Hopefully there's in there. Okay. Some cool shadows. Yeah, that's one nice thing about doing the sketches too. Is you're just focusing on speed and you're relaxed. I'm not trying to make it a beautiful piece of art. Um, so it's nice to do this every now and then. It's like when I do work at Comic Jam, and you can create some good stuff when you're just focused on putting stuff down. You're not worried about how technically accurate it is or stuff like that. Um, so he's pale. Pale. I don't want to use the tones down. Let me grab. Go sparse with the color on his face to keep him kind of pale. I feel like his collarbone should be visible in there somewhere, right? Let's see. And then he had brown hair, if I remember correctly. Double check though. Pale skin and brown unkempt hair. So grab the. This will be the light base. And Okay, there's a base brown. Here's the color that I was looking for earlier. Grab darker brown. You got any matches coming up, Joe? How's that stuff going? I didn't put any color on his hand. Let's correct that. And we'll do the same kind of base brown for the wand. Golden belt here to break up the white a bit. Hopefully the yellow that works. There we go. Like that. And his eyes were gray-green. Gray-green. How the hell do you do gray-green? Let's see. Green. And that's your gray. Pencil will work. Put some like green in the wand. Get some shape with some shading. I think I need to bookings have been slow. Nothing until May. Okay, well, I mean, I hope you're paying the bills, right? Stream late nights and hang out with my family. All right. The little one just started walking today. Wow. Those years are so far behind me. Oh, man. I can't imagine, Joe. Congratulations. You know, the kids are all growing up and working, and so far I don't have any grandkids, so I guess I should be thankful for little things. All right, so this is Pisces Gelnet. I think it's gel Pisces. Just put Pisces. That's Pisces. That's got through three of them. So that's the Empress. That's Kilp. It's Pisces. Lady Magnolia. Magnolia Reinhardt. Yeah, not that I know of, but you know, my kids are all on islands, so I don't think they're hiding anything. I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised they don't have grandkids yet. At least with one of them. I won't say who, though. Pisces, Lady Magnolia Reinhardt. So I'll look up her written description. The human lady. Okay, that's easy enough. Neither tall nor thin, she is not, by her own admissions, a dashing beauty. Although she is quite pretty, despite that, she has a big presence. She has curly blonde hair, dark forest green eyes, and a bright smile that engulfs her other features. She wears bright clothing with a penchant for the color pink and wears expensive jewelry. She has a small scar on her chin. Okay, so we want soft features. We want like late 20s, early 30s look. Um, color blonde, curly blonde hair, curly blonde hair. Like I'm looking at the drawings I've seen that that are with the like the wiki entry, and I wouldn't call that hair curly so much, but maybe I'm overthinking it. Yeah, 40 for your first child, so you're going to be your your kid's friend's grandparents' age by the time she's in school and stuff. That's how I felt like, because my mom was 48 when they adopted me. So by the time I had made friends and was in school, it was like my parents were so much older than they were older than most of my friends' grandparents. So a little disconcerting sometimes, but all right, Lady Magnolia Reinhardt. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to make her fat, but I don't want to make her thin, so I want to have soft features. So we're gonna stick pretty close to the oval, I think, for her features. And then I'm not going to go too far in for the neckline. I think I got too close to the chin line there with the mouth. I'm trying to keep her features soft. So you won't see any pronounced cheekbones. We'll go with a buttonish nose. Scar on her chin. Kind of picture her with like larger-ish eyes, but She's got to have some jewelry. Expensive jewelry. I don't know what the heck that means, but okay. Penchant for expensive jewelry. Big presents. I think she's got to have some big eyelashes too. I can hear her calling to her assassin maid, Ressa. Ressa! Okay. So not too thin, not too big. The features work. Curly hair. The reference, the one that they have on the wiki has like straight but curls on the sides. I'm gonna go give her curls all the way around. And it's gonna be a pain in the butt to draw, but we'll deal with that as it comes. There's the skull. Okay. And then let's see. I'm trying to think like Victorian, maybe. The attire, so look up next to Victorian attire. So I'm thinking frills and curly blonde hair, dark forest green eyes, bright smile. She wears bright clothing with a penchant for the color pink and wears expensive jewelry. Okay. Let's see. We'll go with U-shaped front with lace. Sort of a low collar, like so. With lace. Do the lace with the squiggly sine wave pattern. Okay. And then bring some hair into the neckline. I think I want to have the shoulders covered. So we'll into the breast line. A huge brooch thingy on the bosom. And some necklaces, lots of jewelry, right? She said fancy jewelry. So we'll throw some necklaces on her. Maybe a choker necklace too, just for, because I don't know why, but I like the choker necklace. Okay. Okay, poofy right in here. So this side will stick out. Let's see. Trying to look at some references there for Victorian clothing. We'll call that the pencils. All right, so I'm giving her kind of doe eyes, but she's a conniving woman, so I don't know if the doe eyes are appropriate or not. Time to change up the music again. What do you think? Brand new. chill. There you go, more lively. Approach. Let's put maybe some accents on it. Okay, let's see. Random jewelry, I think. We're gonna do Some flower patterns in her dress. And it'll all be a solid pink once we color it in. So I should have made these roses. Can I make it? The roses have just kind of picked in the story. Dark orange green eyes. A lot of time for sketching, I don't do erase out the pencils, but because I'm using a lot of light colors tend to pick up the graphite more than darker colors, or at least it's more obvious when it picks it up. Okay. This is the assassin mage he has. A reference to that would be fitting. With a light yellow for the base, and the darker yellow for some shading and accents. Use the same thing on the jewelry here. Give her blonde eyebrows, so she's a natural blonde. Let's see, pink. What do I have as far as pink? Just gonna ink it. Okay, good. So we can use this for the bulk of the outfit. Afraid I wouldn't have a good ink, or good pink rather, good pink. Green eyes. Green eyes, right? Double check. Some flesh tone. I've always assumed that Lady Magnolia Reinhardt is Caucasian. She's got big care and energy. Super entitled. Finally remove the scar on her chin. Can put that back though. Like a really pale pink. Pension pink. Dark. Yeah, try to keep the streams PG, Joe. You got me there. Although, I have it rated TVMA for language, so I don't mind cussing. I was raised, fairly conservatively, so even though I don't have a personal problem with it, with nudity and violence and stuff like that, I still have trouble drawing nudity. Just too many years of conditioning. I've only done a few not suitable for work pieces in my life. It feels weird every time. Pretty close here. Reinhardt. Okay. Rabbit Eater. I get to draw a hobgoblin. All right. So Rabbit Eaters are another hobgoblin. Hobgoblins are large goblins. So this is a Bad Arrow. Green skin, crimson eyes. Taller than an average human, has pointy ears and a rather lengthy pointy nose. His teeth are pointy and sharp. 2 rows like sharp teeth. Red tattoos that mark his identity as Red Fang. He currently wears full armor to disguise his identity as a goblin. He also wears a cloak of plenty. Okay, so full armor. Full armor. Ooh, that's not going to be fun. Okay. It's hard to do quick sketches of full armor. But let's, since we did like a larger, a 3/4 body on that one, let's draw Rabbit Eater up close. And that way I don't have to draw as much armor. So we'll have that. And we're going to put full armor cloak of plenty set to blood. Okay. So let's it says full armor, but it's got to be fairly comprehensive cover-wise for it to make sense that it hides his face. Hide the fact that he's a goblin. His ears can't show. Okay. So we gotta make sure we have a helmet big enough to accommodate and flatten his ears down. Show the anatomy because I'm just going to drape armor over the top of it anyway. Cape. So we're going to do the cape with the ring and a pin. Let's see. We'll have high neck protection, armor, front piece to protect that side of the neck. Trying to figure out if I should show the green or just dark, like a dark gray with the green over it. tape's going to be red. It should look like blood. I feel like I should have some kind of accents or something on the helmet. Let me look up some armored helmets. So we'll have, I guess, we can make the think to kind of simulate the look of the fangs, we'll have his visor grill out like alternating spikes, so they look like teeth, kind of. Okay. All right. So. It's a weird magical cape he has. It's like a liquid. Keeps it in the blood state most of the time. Like takes on the properties of liquids it comes in contact with. This one I'm not so worried about the pencils, except right there. I'm going darker green because it's in shadow than what you see on the bad arrow. This one, let's see. There's a gray behind that, I think. Let's see, 4. Darker colors, the pencil doesn't show through as much. So you can get away without erasing a lot of them. And if the graphite pulls, it kind of just blends in with the gray. Dark green. Reddish orange. Bright red. Actually, dark red, I should say. Darker red. And to create that blood look, I have to leave some white in there. Blood has specularity to it as a liquid. And grab pink in order to cast some reflections onto the armor. Darker gray for some shading on the armor. C5 is just about dead. Let's go to a C7. And this is got it here. How long have I been going here? 2 hours and 23 minutes. Should I call it a day or should I try to do another one? Got 3 more characters to go, but I think I've streamed enough. What do you think, Joe? Should we call it a day? So these are the ones. Let's see, I did 5, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the characters I did on the stream. We started off with Lucia, think we did Kilkavich next. And Pisces. And then Lady Magnolia. And then Rabbit Eater. So that's that. And then yesterday I did Pawn, Queen Marquin, Near's Astorgon, Steelfur, and Bad Arrow. So, all right. Joe, when you coming to Hawaii so we can have lunch or something? All right, well, let me know. I'm going to call it a day for this one. I don't know, maybe I'll stream later again. I don't know. Do the other three or just do them offline. Take care. Thanks for hanging out, Joe. Sorry I wasn't too talkative.